Hi there everybody, my name is Richard McMunn and in this video I'm going to answer one of the more common questions that aspiring authors pose to me time and time again, and that is, I've got an idea for a book but I don't know where to start. So a lot of people come up with ideas for either non-fiction or fiction books, but they've never written a book before, so they've got no idea where to start, and also they feel that they can't write a book because they've never done it before. So like I say, in this video I'm going to answer some of the more common questions and give you some great tips that will allow you to check whether or not your idea is a good one first of all, and then also how to get your content created and structured. So when I was starting out back in about 2009, 2010, I came up with an idea for a physical book, a print version book. At the time I was working in the fire service or as a firefighter. I'd been in the job for about 17 years and people kept saying to me, how did you get into the fire brigade? And I thought to myself I could write a book on that exact subject. And that's exactly what I did. This is the book that I wrote. I published it on Amazon in about 2010 and it became a #1 best-selling book. The process that I followed, I'm going to disclose that in a second to help you guys if you've got your own ideas. The first thing to do before you write any content whatsoever, so you've come up with your idea for a book, go onto Google and type in keyword planner tool. So those 3 words, keyword planner tool. So you type those in and you'll go through to a Google page where you can enter your proposed title or idea for a book, and Google will tell you how many people are searching for that specific phrase every month. So when I was starting out, that's the first thing I did, use the Google keyword planner tool, and it told me that a few thousand people every month were searching for how to become a firefighter. So that told me one thing. It told me that people were searching for that information. Therefore, if I was to write a book on how to become a firefighter, the chances of excelling would be high because people were looking for it. So it's all about supply and demand. So when you come up with an idea for your book, go to the Google Keyword Planner tool and then type in the proposed title. And Google will tell you how many people are searching for that specific phrase. It might also give you other ideas for potential titles or chapters. So you've done that first of all, you've come up with an idea, there is demand for your book. What do you do next? Now you need to write down the proposed outline or structure for your book. So for this book, the How to Become a Firefighter one, I put myself in the shoes of the reader, and this is really important. So when you're creating your content for your book, you're always thinking about the reader. It's not about you, it's not about how much money you're going to make from the book, it's about the reader, because you want to create really good content and you want to take your readers and write this down on a transformational journey. So think about where the reader is at the start of the journey. They've got no idea how to do what it is you're trying to teach them, and you need to get them to the end, which is a successful completion of the task, and that's a transformation. Now the stepping stones somebody would go through on the journey are your chapter titles. So I would think to myself, with my book for example, they know nothing about the fire service, so I need to do about the history of the fire service, what the selection process is about, how to complete the application form, how to pass the test, practice test, how to pass the interview. And I would write down those chapter titles and then I would create my content. So come up with the outline and the structure for your book and then start to write your content. But when you write your content, make sure you use, and this is important, a book writing template that is set up for typesetting. Now I'm going to tell you where you can get this exact book writing template from in a second, but it's basically set up using font size 12 and a line spacing of 1.5, and that will give you about 345 words per page. So when you use this template, it's already set up for typesetting, which makes your job a lot easier when it comes to the self-publishing process. So use the template that I'm going to give you in a second and you won't go too far wrong. A few other important tips is to set out the number of pages that you intend writing every day. So my strategy that I followed when I was starting out was I would aim to write a minimum of 3 pages every day. So I would get home from work and I would sit down in my cellar at the time and I would write 3 pages and I wouldn't stop until I'd done so. That meant that after a month I would have approximately 100 pages of content, which was about half the book's length. So it only took me 2 months to write and finish the entire book. Another tip, before again I tell you where to get that template from, is your book cover design has to be brilliant. What I mean by that, if you look at this book, if I hold it up to you, I've already told you what the content's about, but you know what the book information is about by just looking at the cover. Remember this, when somebody's buying your book on Amazon, you're not going to be sat next to them telling them what the content's about. So the book cover design has to do that job. It has to portray that information to your readers of what the content's about, okay? Because people make buying decisions initially by what they see. So the cover, the book cover design is really, really important. Now, if you click the link below this video, or you go to the website authortoolkit.co.uk, I've created this toolkit which gives you loads of free resources, training videos, and it gives you that all-important book writing template that you can use to start creating your content. And I've also given you a Google Keyword Planner Tool tutorial video in there that you can use to get started with writing and publishing books. Furthermore, if you want to come and spend a day with me, free of charge, learning about writing and publishing, the whole self-publishing process, go to the website bookpublishingcourses.com and you can book onto my next training course. So yeah, I've got loads of free information that I want to give you. So the first thing is to go to authortoolkit.co.uk, download the toolkit, and you can get started and watch some more training videos. I'm very passionate about helping people become best-selling authors, and I'm sure the information that I'm going to give you in that toolkit is really going to help you. I hope you've enjoyed that, and thank you very much for watching.